Have a brief conversation with you about the financial future of our local churches. I did a long form video that we're going to be releasing on YouTube about this same topic because the financial future of our local churches is critical to the future of our local churches. And I know a lot of people don't like to talk about finances and faith, especially when it comes to churches. Pastors are uncomfortable talking about it because they don't want to come off as being pimps and wolves. But listen, at some point, we got to forget about what people think about us. And we have to start addressing the reality that most pastors are not paid by churches. Most pastors are bivocational. And most pastors have had to do the same thing my wife and I have had to do for the last 18 years since we pastored. And that is, we've had to, for the most part, finance a lot of the things that our local churches have been able to do. My wife and I, when we planted our church 18 years ago in 2007, we financed that plant from our entrepreneurship. We were full-time entrepreneurs in real estate, and we had the money and the means to finance that launch. As a matter of fact, for the first year, members that are still with us today will tell you we wasn't even raising offerings because we had this pride that we didn't want people to think that we were about money, until God was like, come on, you got to give people a chance to give. But my point is this: the financial future of the church is going to play a big role in the future of the church. Studies are showing right now today that within the next 10 years, a large percentage of the churches that might be somewhere between 50 people in attendance to 300 people in attendance, a large portion of those churches are going to disappear in the next 10 years. And it ain't going to be because of infidelity, Rev done bumped his head, or ratchetness with the leaders. Everybody want to use that narrative. But for the most part, many of these leaders and pastors are really good people. They just have a lot of stress because they don't have a lot of resources. They can't fund and finance the thing that God gave them to do. I'm a witness. I know how it feels to wake up with that every day. But my point is, the reason why a lot of these churches are going to disappear in the next 10 years is because they cannot fund and finance their mission, because they don't have mechanisms and vehicles and strategies, let's say like colleges. They have endowments. And so what my team and I at RP Capital, which is our private equity firm, what we're doing more of this season is talking to pastors, just challenging them to get pride out of the way and ignorance, and sit down and have a conversation about what you can do to ensure and solidify your legacies and your longevity.